What's up all you Tat Daddies? We got another round of TikToks to go through. Make sure you like, subscribe. We're trying to beat Ink Master in subs. So we got like, a couple million subscribers to go. First one is really funny. And I love the guy's advice, but I think he's wrong.
And this is why it's so important to research your tattoo artist before you just go in and get one. Because if that's your reference and that's what you get, it's time to find a new tattoo artist. Preferably one that specializes in cover-ups, because that right there, that don't look right, man.
Okay, so obviously we all know what it looks like. It looks like a penis. And the problem with what he's saying is that it's not the quality of tattooing. It's the fact that the tattooer should have said, that looks like a dick, and you shouldn't get that tattoo. That's what the tattoo artist should have said. That's the problem with this tattoo. It should have never been made. A good question to ask yourself when you're getting tattooed is, does this look like a penis or does this look like a vagina? Because a lot of images will look phallic in nature. I think about like all sorts of different things. I won't mention them because I don't want to make you feel bad about all the tattoos you have, but keep that in mind going into your next tattoo. Does this look like a penis or a vagina? And if so, are you okay with that? People have been talking about gatekeeping a lot in tattooing.
Like the word gatekeeping.
Tattoo gatekeeping.
Tattoo gatekeeping.
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 And I'm actually going to be making a video about this next week. But I wanted to hint on like what that actually means in tattooing. And a lot of times people are like, I want what I want. Let me get the tattoo I want. Okay, perfect. I'm almost okay with that. You might think to yourself like, hey, I'm pretty reasonable. I only want this small thing on my hand. They should be able to give it to me. That's fine, but there's a slippery slope between me doing your hand tattoo and having to do this stuff. When a tattooer's like, oh, I don't do hands, neck, this is why they don't want to do it. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, she loves this. She loves her face the way it looks like that. That's totally fine. I mean, obviously I'm not a huge fan of any of these tattoos. I'm not a fan of the placement. I'm not a fan of any of it. But keep that in mind when you're talking about tattoo gatekeeping, is that not everyone is making great choices. And if I said yes to every single tattoo that walked in these doors, there's a lot of this happening. Just saying. Okay, so the next one. Right off the bat, it's not the greatest tattoo by any means, but also like they tattooed it in all red. I don't really judge an all red tattoo the way I would judge an all black tattoo. Like the crispness is not there, which is just kind of common with all red tattoos. Okay, so there's a few things that could have gone wrong with this tattoo. Obviously, it looked botched by the end. This could be one of two things in my eyes. One, it was just like a tattooer who went too deep and too heavy, which looking at the first photo of it doesn't really strike me as true. It doesn't look like the tattoo's barely even in there. So for them to have gone too heavy doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. What this looks like is a red reaction. I'm not a scientist, I'm a tattooer. I know the limited knowledge, but when someone gets black tattooed in their skin, black is primarily carbon based, and your skin reacts pretty well to that. Carbon's already a metal that is already inside your body, and so when we apply some, it doesn't really have this type of reaction. Now, reds, blues, purples, these colors, they have different types of metals that can affect the way your skin reacts to this. This looks like a red reaction to me. This isn't how it always presents, like in this falling out kind of look. A lot of the times you'll see red reactions where they're so swollen and gnarly and it's painful like months and months down the line. This one looks like it fell out, which is probably a better thing, because when it is all gnarly and painful, it sucks. And if you have a tattoo that maybe like the red was having a super hard time healing, maybe you're prone to it. Red reaction is never fun. And it's just one of those you know, things in tattooing. Everybody's different, and sometimes bodies don't react to the tattoo the way you want it to. It's not something that strikes me as a bad tattoo. I know like what you're thinking, and you're like, well, that's not a great tattoo. Fine, that's your opinion, that's fine. Technically, it's applied in the skin, what looks well or fine. The application of this tattoo doesn't strike me as being fundamentally wrong. The artwork, There you have it. You got an inside the arm blowout. This is so common with people, and it's something really hard to talk about, because as a tattooer, when it happens to your client, you feel awful. As a tattooer, I have tricks of the trade that I use to try and prevent that. I won't really discuss them too much because I think they can be problematic if you don't know what you're doing. But blowing out on the inside of the arm is part of getting tattooed, and it's something to think about for your next tattoo when you are getting the inside of your arm. And if you're not okay with it, maybe don't get that spot. But this happens a lot on the inside of the arm. It happens on the inside of the leg, thighs, any area that is kind of like a little fattier and has like a lot of skin to go around. I think a lot of times tattooers will because these spots are harder to tattoo, they stretch it out so much, they go a little heavier, and you see it happening there. I'm not sure exactly why, whether it's the body type or it's the application. It's something to be cautious about. It's something to know about, especially if you're getting tattooed. Okay, make sure you like, subscribe. We're trying to beat Ink Master, dude. We got like 40 million to go. So make sure you sub. See you later.